mad if I told you that the United States has enough power to wipe Russia off the map in a matter of seconds? With Moscow's enormous military and nuclear arsenal. Sounds impossible, right? But it's not, because Donald Trump has access to a set of weapons so devastating, so lethal, that it could make Russia and Putin disappear before anyone has time to react. We're talking about real weapons, developed with a single purpose, ensuring that no enemy can respond to a first strike. Today, on Tech ZNX, you'll discover the 7 deadliest weapons the United States could use to destroy Russia before it even realizes what happened. Each system was designed for one purpose, to serve as the last warning before the end. And the most disturbing part is that many of them are already deployed, operational, and awaiting orders. So sit back and prepare to witness the true face of the planet's most extreme military power. Let's begin. But before we start, subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Now let's get started. Number 1. The B-2 Spirit Stealth Bomber. This isn't just a plane, it's a ghost armed with nuclear bombs. The B-2 Spirit isn't merely a bomber, it is a strategic weapon of destruction capable of altering the global military balance with a single mission. By the time it appears on enemy radar, it is already too late because its presence is rarely detected, and when it is, the attack is already underway. Developed by Northrop Grumman, this aerial giant represents the pinnacle of modern military engineering, stealthy, sophisticated, and absolutely devastating. It is widely regarded as the most advanced strategic bomber in the world, designed to penetrate deeply defended territories without being detected, carrying conventional and nuclear payloads of unprecedented magnitude. Its role is not just to fly or deliver bombs, it is to dominate the skies with near-invisible authority, ensuring that no adversary can respond in time. The B-2 Spirit is more than an aircraft, it is a symbol of strategic dominance, a floating fortress capable of projecting unparalleled power across the globe. The B-2 Spirit has an extraordinary operational range. It can fly more than 11,000 kilometers without refueling, crossing entire oceans at extremely low altitudes, evading radar detection, sophisticated surface-to-air missile systems, and advanced defense networks. This makes each mission almost impossible to interrupt or counter. Its revolutionary flying wing design, without a tail or traditional vertical stabilizers, is central to its stealth capability. Combined with radar-absorbing composite materials, the B-2's radar signature is smaller than that of a seagull, while its meticulously engineered surface disperses electromagnetic waves, rendering it nearly invisible to infrared sensors, synthetic aperture radar, and modern surveillance systems. Every line, every curve, every angle of the aircraft is designed to deceive enemy detection and maximize aerodynamic efficiency, allowing it to maneuver smoothly even when fully loaded with up to 23 tons of ordnance. Engineers spent years refining every surface, testing radar reflectivity in controlled environments, and perfecting flight simulations to ensure that no matter the angle or environment, the B-2 remains nearly impossible to detect. Its ability to operate at high speeds, low altitudes, and unpredictable flight paths adds another layer of tactical advantage, keeping potential adversaries perpetually uncertain and constantly on alert. The true threat of the B-2 Spirit is not merely its stealth, it lies in what it can carry and deliver with unparalleled precision. This silent giant can transport up to 23 tons of strategic armaments, including B-83 thermonuclear bombs, each with roughly 80 times the destructive power of the bomb dropped on Hiroshima, capable of annihilating entire cities in seconds. It can also carry advanced JASSM cruise missiles, GPS-guided smart bombs, and other precision weapons capable of striking critical targets thousands of kilometers away with near-millimeter accuracy. Every weapon it delivers is designed to achieve maximum effect while minimizing the risk of detection, ensuring that each strike is surgical, decisive, and utterly effective. It is not just about destruction, it is about absolute control over the battlefield. Even the psychological impact of knowing a B-2 could appear at any moment creates strategic fear, causing adversaries to expend resources on air defense and surveillance, often in vain. All of this happens without the enemy even realizing that a threat is approaching, giving the B-2 an almost supernatural edge over any potential adversary. From its strategic base in Missouri, the B-2 can take off, cross vast territories, obliterate a high-priority target, and return without leaving a trace, making it an almost invisible executor of critical military decisions. Each unit costs over $2 billion and only 20 exist worldwide, all secured in highly fortified hangars, monitored 24/7, and maintained for the most urgent and sensitive missions. Historically, the B-2 Spirit has demonstrated its power power in recent global conflicts, including operations in Afghanistan, Syria, and sensitive areas of Iran. In every deployment, it conducted precision strikes without the need for escort fighters, completely avoiding aerial threats and returning unscathed. Its ability to operate in absolute silence has made it an enduring symbol of American strategic superiority and a psychological weapon as much as a physical one. Commanders have described its missions as surgical masterpieces of modern warfare, capable of achieving strategic objectives without collateral escalation, striking fear into enemy leadership while maintaining operational secrecy. In a hypothetical war against Russia or any other major power, the B-2 would not need to engage in direct combat. It could erase command centers, weapons depots, and critical infrastructure in seconds with surgical precision, then vanish into the horizon like a shadow that never existed. It redefines the concept of an invisible strike, combining unmatched stealth, extraordinary destructive power, and cutting-edge technology into a singular war machine. Its ability to execute precise missions from thousands of kilometers away ensures that no enemy defense network, no matter how sophisticated, can reliably intercept or neutralize it. There is no rival to the B-2 Spirit anywhere in the world, and its very existence ensures that the United States maintains an unassailable strategic advantage in any global conflict scenario. Every mission carried out by this aircraft sends an unmistakable message. When the B-2 Spirit takes to the air, there is no hiding, no effective defense, and no resistance that can survive. It is not merely a bomber, it is the living embodiment of strategic, stealthy, and relentless air supremacy, capable of deciding wars before they even begin. The B-2 Spirit is more than a weapon, it is the ultimate expression of control over both the battlefield and the skies above, an engineering marvel, a psychological weapon, and a cornerstone of global military strategy. Its existence guarantees that when the United States deems it necessary, the decision to strike, eliminate critical threats, and shape the outcome of conflicts can be carried out with near-perfect precision, invisibility, and lethality, leaving adversaries powerless to respond. Number 2. The AGM-108 RRU hypersonic missile. Imagine this. A missile that travels over 12,000 km/h, can change direction mid-flight, and is practically impossible to intercept. The AGM-108 ARW, also known as Arrow, is the most advanced hypersonic missile in the US arsenal, a true monster of modern military technology. And even though it sounds like science fiction, this missile is already in advanced development and ready for deployment in strategic units. Its speed exceeds Mach 9, meaning it can cross an entire continent in less than 10 minutes, making any conventional defense practically useless. But the scariest part isn't just the speed, it's the maneuverability. Unlike traditional ballistic missiles, which follow a predictable pre-programmed trajectory, the ARO can adjust its route mid-flight, dodging air defense systems, enemy radars, and even sophisticated Russian systems like the S-400, as if they were obstacles in a video game. This maneuvering ability makes the missile nearly impossible to intercept with current technology, turning it into a devastating strategic strike weapon. The ARW's goal isn't just to cross enemy airspace, it's to strike with brutal kinetic force. It can obliterate reinforced bunkers, missile silos, underground command centers, or any critical facility before the enemy has time to react. The damage isn't caused by conventional explosives, but by the hypersonic impact of the projectile itself, releasing energy equivalent to a small nuclear warhead without radiation. The missile can be launched from strategic bombers like the B-52 Lancer or B-2 Spirit, allowing it to take off from US territory and strike targets in Moscow, St. Petersburg, or any strategic Russian base in minutes. This combination of global reach, extreme speed, and precision makes the ARRW an unparalleled deterrent, capable of reshaping the logic of any high-level conflict. Developing the AGM-108 wasn't simple. Creating a missile that can withstand the extreme physical forces of hypersonic flight, the intense heat generated by atmospheric friction, and complex maneuvers required years of research in advanced materials, hypersonic aerodynamics, and next-generation propulsion. Each test is a challenge, and every failure is meticulously studied to ensure the final version is reliable in real combat. Additionally, the extreme speed makes the ARW virtually invisible to conventional radars. Its erratic trajectory confuses automatic interception algorithms, and current anti-missile systems simply cannot react in time. In recent exercises, the missile demonstrated the ability to hit moving targets, underground bunkers, and hidden facilities with less than 2-meter accuracy, an extraordinary feat in modern warfare. Strategically, the ARRW redefines nuclear and conventional deterrence. The Pentagon has already declared that this missile is a key component in any first strike scenario against a major enemy. It isn't designed to react to an attack, it's designed to annihilate before war begins, guaranteeing absolute superiority in the first minutes of a conflict. That's why countries like Russia have reinforced their underground military infrastructure, knowing that even these measures may not be enough against the missile's speed and precision. In summary, the AGM-108 ARRW represents the pinnacle of hypersonic military engineering. Fast, lethal, almost impossible to stop, and a symbol of the modern arms race. It combines cutting-edge technology, extreme aerodynamics, and kinetic destructive power in a weapon that seems straight out of science fiction, but is already in the US arsenal, ready to shape the future of global warfare. Number 3. The US Navy Electromagnetic Cannon. Forget gunpowder. Forget conventional missiles. This monster fires projectiles at such insane speeds that it doesn't even need explosives to destroy its target. We're talking about the railgun, one of the most advanced and devastating weapons ever developed by the United States. Unlike any traditional cannon, it uses pure electrical energy to launch metal projectiles at over 7,800 km/h, equivalent to more than Mach 6. To put this into perspective, imagine a rifle bullet traveling around 3,000 km/h. The railgun practically doubles that, and the effect is devastating. Wine bottle-sized projectiles pierce concrete walls, tear through armor like aluminum foil, and pulverize targets over 200 km away using only kinetic energy. No explosives, no gunpowder, no smoke, just the sheer force of impact. The concept of the railgun isn't exactly new. It dates back to the 19th century, when scientists studied using electromagnetic forces to accelerate objects. But only in the 21st century has the technology evolved enough to create reliable and powerful systems. In the US, development accelerated after 2005, when the Navy heavily invested in electromagnetic weapons research for next-generation destroyers, seeking a weapon that was faster, cheaper per shot, and safer than conventional missiles. The railgun's operation is fascinating and simultaneously terrifying. It consists of 2 conductive rails and a metallic projectile that acts as a bridge between them. When electric current passes through, a powerful magnetic field propels the projectile forward with immense force. In seconds, the projectile reaches hypersonic speeds, releasing energy equivalent to a small nuclear warhead, but without a chemical explosion. In addition to its impressive speed, the railgun's firing rate is a major advantage. Unlike traditional cannons that require manual or complex mechanical reloading, this system can fire up to 10 projectiles per minute, making it effective against multiple targets in rapid succession. Powered by high-energy generators integrated into the ship, it eliminates the need to transport explosive ammunition on board, increasing crew safety and reducing the risk of catastrophic accidents. Despite its promise, the railgun still faces significant challenges. Extreme heat generated during firing, wear on the conductive rails, and the need for gigantic electrical systems to generate sufficient energy are obstacles that hinder full implementation. Although it has been tested in real conditions and achieved impressive results, such as projectiles piercing 7 consecutive naval steel plates, it has not yet been fully deployed in operational fleets. The strategic importance of the railgun is enormous. Imagine an American destroyer firing projectiles at more than double the speed of a rifle bullet, destroying enemy strategic installations before any defense can react. This capability redefines naval superiority, making combat faster, more precise, and deadly. Furthermore, the technological impact extends beyond warfare. Research for the railgun has contributed to advances in electric generators, high-energy cooling systems, superconducting materials, and armor technologies. Even if the weapon is not yet in full use, its development drives scientific and industrial innovation. In short, the railgun represents the future of naval warfare: silent, lethal, almost impossible to intercept, and capable of completely changing the dynamics of maritime combat. It combines advanced physics, cutting-edge engineering, and military ambition into a system that seems straight out of science fiction but is already among us, ready to transform modern military power. Number 4. The AC-130 Spectre. This is not just a plane. The AC-130 Spectre is much more. A true aerial platform of destruction, capable of loitering over combat zones for hours, firing heavy artillery with surgical precision, and turning any target to rubble before the enemy can react. Often called the Angel of Death, it is one of the most feared aircraft by the United States adversaries. And for good reason. Each Spectre mission demonstrates that modern air warfare is not just about speed or stealth, but about absolute firepower combined with relentless surveillance. Based on the classic military transport C-130 Hercules, this giant has been completely transformed into a flying arsenal. It carries a 105mm howitzer, the same used in some of the world's most powerful tanks, capable of destroying bunkers, armored vehicles, and fortifications with terrifying accuracy. In addition, it has a 40mm cannon for sustained medium-range fire, and a 20mm rotary cannon capable of firing up to 6,000 rounds per minute, creating a constant rain of projectiles over any operational area. Each weapon is synchronized to operate in perfect coordination, allowing the Spectre to engage multiple targets simultaneously, adjusting each shot in real time with advanced laser and infrared targeting systems. What truly sets the AC-130 Spectre apart is the way it conducts attacks. Unlike conventional aircraft that bomb from high altitudes, it flies low, circling precisely over the target. This turns the plane into an aerial predator, keeping all weapons aimed downward, like beams of destructive lasers, and maintaining continuous fire for over 30 minutes. Imagine a tank's howitzer firing from the sky, combining explosive power and lethal cadence while the aircraft circles like a flying fortress over the battlefield. It can pulverize buildings, destroy armored vehicles, neutralize fortified enemy positions, and turn entire zones into craters, all without ever needing to land or expose itself to prolonged attacks. This ability makes the Spectre not just a weapon, but a constant and intimidating presence, capable of dictating the pace of any battle and imposing absolute air supremacy. The operational history of the AC-130 Spectre reinforces its devastating reputation. It has played a central role in conflicts in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, and other regions, neutralizing insurgent bases, enemy command points, and weapon depots with unbelievable force and precision. For those on the ground, hearing its engine roar means destruction is about to begin. For the enemy, it means there is no safe refuge. Each mission shows that it does not just attack, it dominates the airspace, controls the terrain, and imposes an almost psychological presence of absolute power. Its effectiveness is so brutal that even without being stealthy or ultra-fast like some modern aircraft, the Spectre continues to be updated, modernized, and kept operational, ensuring that US air power remains a constant and relentless threat. Additionally, the AC-130 Spectre incorporates advanced surveillance technology, allowing it to identify, track, and engage targets with absolute precision regardless of weather or lighting conditions. Its sensors combine radar, infrared, and night vision systems, making each mission highly efficient and lethal day or night in any terrain. For enemy forces, the presence of the Spectre means every movement can be monitored and any attempt at resistance neutralized within seconds. It redefines the idea of air superiority, showing that controlling the skies is not just about having faster or stealthier aircraft, but about concentrated firepower, surgical precision, and the ability to operate continuously over the target. In short, the AC-130 Spectre is not just a combat aircraft, it is a flying executioner, an aerial fortress that combines heavy armament, advanced surveillance systems, and continuous operational capability. It turns any combat zone into US-dominated territory, imposing destruction, fear, and total control. Number 5. The X-37B spacecraft. It sounds like science fiction, but it is completely real. The X-37B is a classified orbital vehicle operated by the United States Space Force, a robotic spacecraft the size of a small shuttle that can operate in low Earth orbit for months or even years without returning to the ground. It is like a space drone with almost unlimited autonomy, capable of remaining invisible above the Earth while performing mysterious missions. This monster combines stealth, autonomy, and experimental technologies that may include everything from advanced sensing to orbital weapons testing. Its exact function is a state secret, but leaks and expert analyses suggest a focus on orbital warfare, espionage, and testing military technologies in space. During its missions, the X-37B has been accused by Russia and China of simulating orbital strikes, satellite sabotage, and micro-scale destruction system tests, all more than 400 kilometers above our heads, in a region practically out of reach reach of most terrestrial defenses. The X-37B can change orbit, meaning it can circle the globe unpredictably and survive for years under extreme radiation and vacuum conditions. This ability makes it a true silent killer of the skies. It is virtually undetectable, it emits no sound, has a minimal thermal signature, and common radar struggles to track it. This allows it to be hovering over a country at any moment, conducting observations or tests without anyone knowing. Military analysts suspect that future X-37B versions could perform even bolder tasks, including launching anti-missile lasers, firing kinetic bombs from orbit, or conducting EMP, electromagnetic pulse, attacks on satellites or strategic installations. Practically, this means the X-37B could neutralize enemy satellites, disrupt global communications, and even disable military defense systems without firing a single conventional missile. The spacecraft is reusable, returning to Earth automatically, allowing each unit to be used for multiple missions over years, testing different technologies and experiments. Its aerodynamic shape resembles a mini space shuttle, but with stealth surfaces that reduce visibility to radar and infrared sensors. The X-37B program began as a NASA project, but was quickly transferred for military purposes under the Air Force and, more recently, the US Space Force. Since its first flight in 2010, each mission has increased orbital duration, with some vehicles remaining in space for over 700 days. This demonstrates not only the vehicle's reliability, but also the strategic potential of maintaining a constant presence in space above any nation. The X-37B is not just a space drone, it is a camouflaged orbital weapon, an orbital test station, an invisible observer, and a potential strategic attacker. It redefines modern warfare. While we imagine conflicts happening only on Earth or in the air, the US is already waging silent battles in the vacuum of space, testing technologies that could decide the outcome of future global conflicts before any conventional confrontation begins. In short, the X-37B symbolizes the new military frontier: autonomy, stealth, and orbital power. It not only spies but tests technological limits and prepares the ground for a type of warfare that once seemed impossible. While we look at the sky as peaceful, this silent spacecraft already operates as an invisible guardian or attacker, reminding us that space will be as strategic as land, sea, and air in the future. Number 6. HIMARS. It may seem like just a military truck with tubes, but don't be fooled. The HIMARS, High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, is one of the deadliest ground attack systems ever created by the United States. This wheeled armored vehicle is not just a launcher, it combines speed, precision, and destructive power in a single mobile platform, completely redefining the concept of modern artillery. Each unit can fire 6 guided GMLRS rockets or a single long-range ATACMS, and the ability to quickly switch between different types of ammunition makes HIMARS incredibly versatile and adaptable to any battlefield scenario. The logistics required to operate this machine are complex, but its efficiency allows small teams to carry out devastating attacks without relying on large contingents, making it ideal for both conventional wars and asymmetric conflicts. The true differentiator of HIMARS is its strategic mobility. It fires, destroys targets hundreds of kilometers away, and repositions within minutes, making it almost impossible for the enemy to locate and attack. This is critical in modern combat scenarios, where speed and unpredictability can mean the difference between victory and defeat. HIMARS's precision is surgical. It can hit building windows, underground shelters, hidden command centers, ammunition depots, and vehicle columns with a margin of error of less than 2 meters. This accuracy is achieved through an advanced combination of state-of-the-art GPS systems, sophisticated targeting radars, and remote control technology, allowing each shot to be calculated, adjusted in real time, and executed with maximum efficiency. Furthermore, HIMARS does not rely on static infrastructure. It can operate alone or as part of a coordinated artillery network, sharing data among vehicles, drones, and satellites, adjusting targets, and optimizing destruction in real time. This creates a force multiplier effect, where a single launch can trigger cascading attacks, knocking out enemy defenses and completely disrupting opposing operations. This ability to integrate with modern command and control systems makes HIMARS much more than a simple weapon. It is an intelligent node within a precision warfare network, capable of rapidly transforming the battlefield geography in favor of the forces operating it. Terrain is an ally of HIMARS, not an obstacle. It can traverse mountainous areas, inhospitable deserts, dense forests, and devastated urban zones while maintaining the ability to fire at any moment. This versatility makes the vehicle almost undetectable, allowing for rapid strikes strikes and strategic retreats. In combat, HIMARS acts like a silent mobile executor. It moves, strikes multiple targets, and disappears before the enemy even has time to react. Its combination of speed, precision, and stealth is unmatched, creating a constant sense of vulnerability for any opposing force that encounters it. HIMARS has proven its strategic value in recent conflicts, such as in Ukraine, where it has destroyed dozens of Russian ammunition depots, logistical bases, and armored columns over 200 kilometers away. Russia recognizes the devastating impact of this weapon and has yet to find an effective defense against its rapid strike and instant disappearance capability. A single HIMARS, when operating in coordination, can unleash a storm of fire, devastate critical zones, and vanish without leaving a trace, leaving the enemy disoriented and unable to respond efficiently. Each mission reinforces its reputation as one of the most formidable ground weapons of the 21st century, capable of changing the course of battles with mathematical precision and brutal efficiency. In short, HIMARS is not just a military truck with rockets. It is a mobile strategic weapon, a launcher of surgical precision death, an invisible executor, and a platform capable of completely redefining the concept of ground firepower. It combines cutting-edge technology, extreme mobility, massive destructive power, and integration with modern command networks, creating a symbol of lethality and military efficiency. Number 7. AC-130J Ghost Rider forgets stealth bombers or high-tech drones. The AC-130J Ghost Rider is something else entirely, a true flying fortress designed to annihilate everything below it with an unrelenting hail of heavy fire. Imagine an aerial nightmare with wings, capable of hovering over the battlefield and turning any target into ruins in minutes. At first glance, it may look like just a conventional transport aircraft, but its true power is hidden in the fuselage. Inside, a devastating arsenal awaits. A 105mm howitzer capable of destroying bunkers, armored vehicles, and fortified structures with surgical precision, a 25mm GAU-23 cannon for rapid sustained attacks, air-to-ground missiles for long-range strikes, GBU-39 guided bombs that can be dropped with incredible accuracy even in densely populated urban areas, and advanced sensor systems that allow tracking, identifying, and engaging targets day or night, regardless of weather conditions. Every component of this war machine is designed to operate in perfect synchrony, creating a lethal ecosystem of aerial destruction that redefines the concept of firepower. The most impressive thing about the Ghost Rider is how it conducts attacks. Unlike traditional bombers that operate at high altitudes to protect themselves from anti-air defenses, the AC-130J flies low, circling precisely over its target. This allows it to use its weapons with maximum effectiveness, adjusting each shot in real time thanks to laser, infrared, and high-resolution radar targeting systems. Every projectile, every explosion is calculated and directed, allowing the aircraft to pulverize specific targets while minimizing collateral damage. For soldiers on the ground, hearing the Ghost Rider's engine is a signal that destruction is about to begin, a deep, menacing sound announcing the arrival of death and chaos. Its ability to lock onto multiple targets simultaneously, operate with thermal vision, state-of-the-art sensors, and survive anti-air attacks makes the AC-130J almost invincible in asymmetric combat. It is equipped with reinforced armor, electronic countermeasure systems to confuse enemy radars, and the ability to maneuver quickly to avoid unexpected threats, ensuring it continues operating even under heavy fire. Each mission demonstrates that the Ghost Rider is not just an attack plane, but a strategic platform capable of literally controlling the airspace of an entire region, imposing American military supremacy overwhelmingly and continuously. The operational history of the Ghost Rider confirms its devastating power. In recent conflicts in Afghanistan, Syria, and Iraq, it destroyed entire insurgent bases, neutralizing fortifications and enemy units with such overwhelming force that many adversary forces simply fled upon hearing its engine. Operations have shown its ability to execute precise strikes, coordinate multiple attacks, and maintain constant pressure on the enemy. For any opposing force, the presence of an AC-130J means there is no safe refuge. It redefines the concept of air superiority, making the idea of escape nearly impossible. impossible. Geopolitically, the Ghost Rider is also a symbol of strategic intimidation. Leaders like Vladimir Putin fully understand the destructive reach of these aircraft. If the US were to deploy Ghost Riders near Russian borders, it would mean the systematic and controlled destruction of strategic military targets, street by street, facility by facility, with absolute precision and no chance of retaliation. Its presence sends a clear message about American military and technological power, demonstrating that any attempt to resist or retaliate would be extremely risky. In short, the AC-130J Ghost Rider is not just an attack aircraft, it is a mobile war machine, an aerial executor, a flying fortress that combines cutting-edge technology, devastating weaponry, and unmatched surveillance capabilities. It redefines what it means to control the skies and dominate the battlefield, showing that modern warfare is not just about numbers or brute force, but about precision, coordination, and the ability to destroy with maximum efficiency. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Also, check out other interesting content appearing right now on your screen, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.